Hello. Hello, hello. We are unfortunately raiding again. Back into Tombs of Amepken. And I will once again cook with the dins until I die. Probably not a good idea, but I can't resist. Able OC to start? Yes, sir. Absolutely. And his decapitated head. I forgot how gory Abel was actually. Especially with the broth. Tbow was a great game. How's it going? Very flattering of you, thank you very much. Be having the title of favorite. What the hell did I hit? Oh. I was like, what's going on here? Would you say adding invocations after 300 gets exponentially harder, or is it pretty linear? Yeah, it's actually pretty linear. A lot of the difficulty, in my opinion, in terms of room mechanics. On. Off cycle. I would say it's like pre 500 300s actually. Pre 300s. I don't know why it's said 500s. Like I feel like once you get to 300, the raid is pretty much the same. Just you have to be mechanically more perfect. If that makes sense. Does gear make a huge difference though? Yes, it absolutely does. Whoa, almost forgot to get gapped. Oops. Gotta protect my Leon for that one then. I feel like you're a couple doses off. The accursed sceptre instead of BGS. So we're pretty sure accursed scepter's rolling off 0 invocation raids. So BGS is actually very inaccurate here, unfortunately. It's like 50-50 pretty much, or worse. I should heal, right? Like, for consistency reasons, I should heal. But Accursed Scepter is mostly for Zebak. I need to remember to do those ags, because then I end up losing the tick anyway, like that, and that's so inefficient. But Accursed Scepter is mostly for the magic reduction on Zebak, not really for the defense reduction, but it does come in handy at Baba. It's got about a 60%, which, if it's rolling off 0, it's about 60%, and from my experience, that seems to be accurate. It's a little better than a coin flip. Same thing for Kephri. Zebak's got about 70%. 70% accuracy, which is nice. How's it going, Doxson? And if you've ever seen like the DPS, or someone's been posting like a chart on Weeder raids, on like the Accursed Scepter time save, and they don't have it ranked very high. They didn't test it at Baba or Kephri, just Zebak and Wardens, which is fair enough because like that's where you would use it if you didn't know. But they have the accuracy set to like 25-27%. And according to the footnote in that DPS chart, like the time save of Zebak at a 500 level 4 is 17 seconds. But because the accuracy is quite literally almost 3 times higher than they have stated, it puts it at minimum at 20 seconds. And then based on the math that they used, it's staff DPS minus scepter DPS on a successful hit. I don't know if that's clarifying scepter DPS with the accuracy in mind, because the accuracy could be 3 times higher, which is kind of a huge deal if you ask me. So I don't know how much the time save for a scepter really is. I'm gonna guess for Zebak, it's about 23 seconds plus. Depending on how incorrect their math is, it could be up to 25 seconds. For Baba and Kephri, it's roughly between, if I'm not mistaken, a 7 to 9% DPS increase. Not accounting for the fact that, like, Voidwaker would be used instead at those bosses, and /or BGS. But I've liked it more than BGS, because you can... I don't know why I just had a little bit of like a British accent there. You can kind of get a free hit on Baba, because, if you're using BGS, you have to be in melee range. Whereas the accursed sceptre, you just do it straight from the start. Is it better higher invos? Yeah, the defense reduction isn't that significant in a lower invocation, so for sure, the Voidwaker will be weighted better in those rooms. Why is ranging Baba after boulders bad? Well, there's nothing particularly bad about it, just other than it being on the lower DPS. Like, Fangs is better DPS than ranged, so just that. There's no inherently bad reason for that, other than ranged DPS isn't that great on it. As far as I know. I don't think it, like, makes Baba tag you faster or anything. Like, my friend JC does it when we're not running Boulder Dash, so I can boost his MVP. Remember to link the new shiny Discord server? I've made a whole, like, 3 channels. But sure. How's it going, Bossman? Nice to see you as usual. How'd restoration race go? I disconnected at P3, which is depressing. And then... what else? And then I died a few times cooking at Kephri. Am I in school? No, I actually do work full-time, but I work at a dental office and the doctor's on vacation. Oh my! Tell me that wasn't juicy. I forgot to def charge 9. Any perps? Yeah, we got a Fang and a Lightbearer. Nothing too crazy. Ah. I feel like after actually taking a break until I'm enjoying life again, it could be like that. But yeah, pretty much the reason I'm home during the break is just because my boss is on vacation. And the office doesn't work without the boss. This is a dental practice. Oh, we are clocking in here instead. Beach ToA games, yeah. Making some money. Haven't seen a shadow live yet though. SMH. I refreshed my AP and I haven't disconnected since, but it's only been 5 rays. I wonder why it's always disconnecting at V3. I wonder if it is like someone just hates me and was DDoSing me or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about DDoSing or stuff like that. Or maybe it's just extremely bad luck, is what it is. No one would be that petty, right? Just DDoS me because I have bad opinions about ToA. You have a video that shows you how to take eat obelisk with yellow cares? Yeah, most of my VODs have me doing it, but there's no like explaining. If you're using Void Waker into Shadow, the way I do it is I'll do 2 Void Wakers and I'll just Shadow spam. Make sure you tank the 75 with Rapid Heal. When the chat message pops up, you have technically 12 ticks after for the 3rd orb, you know, like the 2nd blue orb, whatever. So the way I do it, if you did exactly as described, 2 Void Wakers into Shadow spam, tank the 75 with Rapid Heal, you know, 76 HP, then what ends up happening is you can get 3 Shadow hits, perfectly timed. And then you can just take out the sun and click the spec orb and it's perfectly auto-timed without you really having to think about that 12 ticks yourself. It just kind of works out. I think my most latest VOD, like live stream, has me doing that. Iron Man, yeah, you're gonna have to time those 12 ticks yourself. Or you can just wait until it's about 2 tiles away from you, if you kind of want like a rule of thumb. But 12 ticks is precise if you want to use like the report button. Honestly, if you're an Iron Man and you don't have a shadow, I would just... Wait, why did... Huh. Oh, I'm lagging my... Hello? Can I move? Game server? Game server? Hello? No way. Bruh. This is literally RuneScape, not Mina. Hello? I could have teleported, but I was like, you know, maybe it'll fix. I'd rather die. Ugh. Horse. Horse. Thanks. Thanks, video game. I didn't want to play the game anyway today. Yeah, I know, right? Look at this. It's because I'm a tool. Dude, I can't even open the box. So either I'm getting DC'd IRL, or I... Oh, okay. Okay. Either I get DC'd IRL, or I get DDoSed by Jagex in the game. They're like, no. Small indie company. Do you guys see that meme on Reddit where it's game update with content, break the game. Update with no content, bet it, we still break the game. That Ecuadorian guy, I love him. Hello, my people. We're not even on the same world, so I think it's just in general, like RuneScape just exploded. Skill issue, I guess, right, guys? Skill issue. I should just play better. I wouldn't have DC'd, I guess. So annoying, man. I should have brought better gear against the Tool Leprechaun. True. Alright. It's funny, I was just like AFK in this world for like an hour. And nothing happened at all. But no. It happens as soon as I get to Akka memory. I tanked like 5 keepbacks though, that's kind of insane. Wherever. Some hardcore out there screaming. Can I lick invos? I should probably make an Imgur with it, shouldn't I? But for now, since I'm already in the raid, it's pretty much every boss invo you can think of other than medic. Got the 40 timer, hardcore. No help needed. Pretty much like everything. But we are using Pathfinder, just like the main one. Are you kidding me? I didn't even kill it. Thrall, please kill the mage. Yes, let's go. I'm going this way. I'm not running into that acid. Alright. You know what? I'm tilted. I'm just gonna leave. Redo that room. I'm just gonna not talk about that one. Leave the Hammer of Shame in the graveyard. It's a good chance for me to upload like an Imgur actually with the invos. Mentally weak human. We just reset the monkey room if we do that. Who the hell uses Imgur in 2020? Clack clack. Screenshots. Why does it make a notification? Here you go, decaf. Juicy soundtrack, I know. DM Dokuro, some A+ stuff. I wish he did more Calamity stuff, but I understand. That player base, for some reason, for a single player game, essentially, like it's extremely toxic. Xanim, I think. Rushing him to make masterpieces 24/7. Saddening. Dude, how does that guy always get me? It's so frustrating. Shaman spawn is, in my opinion, a shaman spawn shouldn't be even possible in this wave. It's so like unlucky that it just puts you down. Like it's somewhat uncommon, but it puts you down so much time. Much better performance this time around. How's it going, Belzen? Doing good. Want to say hi? No problem, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by anyway. Red X? No way. It's a partial red X. You don't want to lose ticks doing it. No, it's a very different red X cycle than you would think. I don't do... So red X, if I just continue doing it, it's going to be a 6-6 cycle, right? But you're going to notice that a lot of the time, I'm going to stop so that I don't lose ticks. Like here, coming out of phase 1 and 2, you're going to do 3 hits, instantly go under. And you're only going to do 3 cycles of this. Kephri came out a new one? Yeah, this is actually adapted out of that. So like here, I'm gonna do 3 hits, step under, do 3 cycles. And then I'm gonna, then I'm done. This one is going to be doing 2. And then right before you do your 3rd Fang hit... Oh, you did shadows. But if he does a melee attack right before your 3rd shadow... 1 tick after the melee. That was like an accidental one right there. Like redemption or HP regen? No, I haven't tried those. One tick after the 0 hit splat goes away, you can do like a red X for 2 cycles. And if you do it right, you'll mitigate just enough damage where you don't need to use the sun, but you won't stay in the cycle long enough to lose all the ticks that you normally would doing a regular red X. So it's very different. You're gonna actually have like humanly respectable times doing it like this compared to like a 4-minute one. Like average is probably like 350-ish doing red X at like on a fast end or like medium fast end, whereas like you're pretty much expecting like sub 320 most of the time doing this method. Red X is essentially where when you red X click a monster to like attack it, it'll tell them you're like basically busy and it won't move. That's relevant for Baba because if you're under her for 2 ticks for most methods, then she won't move and she always does the shadow slam instead of a melee. And the shadow slam underneath her is a dodgeable attack, which is why it's important, because then you're not taking a melee. I haven't tried the tick heal with regen. I mean, most raids, it's just the 3rd hit. I bring SGS anyway, so it doesn't matter if I take a 4-4, whatever. Not really dealing any good DPS this time around. I feel like if you're at 400, you just use bandages anyway, so it's not that big of a deal if you get like 2-3 sets bandages covered up. Chill at this HP. I think that's the method I'm gonna go with. 1 Void Waker, 1 Fang, 1 Void Waker. I should have chinned that one. Into a Dins. I think that's my new preferred setup. Honestly, that's pretty easy too, because you just sit in melee and you get a good swarm. If I die on Zebak one more time, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No, that's depressing. As I learned yesterday off cooking, that two fangs was not enough time for the dens to hit the swarm. That third chin, definitely not worth it. I think I'm just always gonna do 2. Four eggs, plus hitting agile is really good, and Kephri. What's Din's max targets? 9, I think. I might remove Museum Melody off my soundtrack. It's chill, but it's too long. If I'm only really dying on Zebak, should I do him first? What are you dying to, though? Are you dying to upset stomach or dying to something else? Upset stomach. What I would recommend, still do him last. After your first BGS or accursed sceptre, whatever you're using, hold a sun and make sure you're always sitting above 75 spec. And what happens is if you make an upset stomach mistake, tank the first roar, it'll deal about 50 something, and then spec with sun and you'll live. So if it's just upset stomach stuff, you can live like that while you're learning. Do you know this pre-solves? Like the first set is like on the top left, the second set for the jugs is roughly in the middle-ish to the right side. Those are good tips too. You definitely should know when going into upset stomach. I would say just keep doing him last. Pre-solves, yeah. Like the first solve is almost always going to be on the top left of the arena. The second solve is almost always going to be in the middle to the right side. You can have other solutions, and some solutions might be really close, like having to blowpipe them instead of using a shadow or whatever. But overall, that's where you're going to find the majority of the solves, and that's a really good tip. For the second set, I kind of am in the middle-ish, and when the rocks are in midair, I can see the jugs flying next to them midair. And that's where I know the solves are too. So you can kind of anticipate the solve midair as it's flying toward you. I would say try not to avoid it just yet. I think you can handle it. That's the only place you're dying in. Once you know pre-solves, you're good. No problem. Or I was a scaredy cat of upset stomach for that reason too. And then the pre-solves helped. And then learning to identify the mid-air. And then lastly, if I mess up bad, I can just sun, right? So you have like... The sun is really nice, just like having it as an emergency. And then at the end, you can just spec anyway. Because you can't roar anymore. The way you want to survive upset stomach is you're going to want to make sure your diet's off, dehydro's off. You want to bring a Manta, Caramboan, and Brew, and then you triple E as soon as the first roar hits you. Now, imagine. You Angler, and then you triple E as soon as the first roar hits. Don't mind me, I'm just drawing on the map. I misclicked my shadow. Humble Locka didn't punish me though. Okay, so I just learned how to... That interaction, I realized I shouldn't wait a tick there. That's really good to know. Because it's actually... I think I could have had a 0 tick loss transition there doing it like that. TIL. Well, this is not my music, and I don't want to like copyright it. Well, technically none of this is my music, but I don't want to get claimed. How does a hardcore even survive all these ECs? That's a good question. Amazing question, TBH. That's the neat part. You don't. Oops, should have waited a tick. Very humble Akka. No problem, Bossman. Thanks for stopping by, though. How do you get Akka to not switch forms? Oh, you just need to be really lucky, but also have Stay Vigilant on. Whenever he does a special like Double Trouble, he has a chance to switch also, but he doesn't always. The more he hits you, like, at some point he's gonna switch, right? Because he's just... You're basically always rolling a chance. I don't know if there's any pseudo RNG involved, like if like 10 hits or something, where he's like more likely to switch. But I would assume there is some sort of pseudo RNG. But you know what they say, like, skill issue because luck is a part of skill. So, get lucky. It's part of the skill. If you don't have Stay Vigilant, he will guarantee switch though. Whenever he does a special. Or and/or 6 attacks. Not what you want. Whether or not you have a shadow. Here's a fun tip. You can stand on the corners of the tree and block the crocodile. If you're in like a party and someone messed up, coming back with the last jug. can block them by standing on the corner. Works on any corner. I scratched my finger or something? You guys ever have that, like, last 3 purples? Masori Mask, Bang, and Ring. Very little money. You guys ever have that, like, internal feeling like you cut your finger, but it's inside? And it's just bothering you? But there's no visible, like, cut or anything? No, just me. It feels like I cut my finger, but there's no cut. Like it stings and everything. Fiberglass. I wonder if that's like an allergic reaction. Tick loss and finger. Oh no. Shadow's 100% better than Bofa. Like, as long as you have Ancestral. I don't know about Arams. It might be better than Arams. But yeah, for sure, it's probably better. You don't need to use a Accursed Sceptre at 300. In fact, you shouldn't, because its HP pool's a lot lower. And it won't help as much. Yo, how's it going, Daniel? Daniel Boss. We've lost Bossman and we have Daniel Boss now. North America brain lag. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. Sure though. And I repeat about the scepter. It helps with your staff DPS, but it won't help you too much at lower invocations because 1, you have a lower HP pool, and 2, you're more accurate in a lower invocation anyway. Especially when it comes to lower HP pools, if you have a DPS spec, you're gonna get more value out of the DPS spec than the reduction. Reductions are valuable when you're hitting it for an extended period of time. I should spec it. I was being kind of lazy because like tomatoes were following me and stuff. Dude, why? I mean, no offense, that music was very relaxing, but why does the YouTube playlist never work correctly? The loop button doesn't work, the shuffle button doesn't work. SMH. One tip, the stone prison tech only comes out of the mage animation. So it's easy to kind of predict. What was 91 and 92? Nothing special. Fang and Lightbearer. Sorry, Staff and Staff. Imagine. Just missed 2 staffs. It was Fang and Lightbearer. Nothing too crazy. Oh. Lost a tick. Wow, that didn't proc it. And then my thrall trolled me. I was too lazy to switch the whole thing. I should have, but my brain froze. Does BGS and Wardens work for staff? No. The only monster where BGS helps magic damage is going to be Ice Demon, as far as I know. Other than like draining it all the way to 0. But that's only a thing for Corp anyway, draining magic to 0. What I use to lower mage defense? Accursed sceptre. And you're not really lowering mage defense, you're lowering magic level, which is the same. Because magic rolls both off magic defense and magic level. Accursed sceptre lowers magic level. How long have it been? 2277? April of 2019? I don't remember, to be honest. It's been a while. Might be 2019 or 2018. Sorry, 2019 or 2020. Slow brain. Not too big of a deal though. I always miss the hat. Never purple. It's crazy staff tunneling, yeah. Took a while. Congrats on the sun, Alexander. Cursed Scepter must have using Shadow then? No. Scales better at higher invocation rates. Because you have more HP to chunk through. I wouldn't really recommend it, honestly, below 450 minimum. How many are dry now? Like 2 only. Honestly. It's never purple, but it's like 2 raids. Actually, no, I'm literally dry 1 raid. I ended it on a light bearer last stream, I remember. But it's customary to say never purple. So at 4 staffs, no. Unfortunately not. Dude, I'm misclicking on this one melee here. Dude, not killing anything. I hate how the thrall takes priority on the click. What? Did he just run right on top of me and leave? That is literally the rudest thing. Why am I using this bow for the blowpipe? You can look at the video description. I have an FAQ about why I'm doing it. TLDR longer range. More chill. It's not more efficient though at all. Sometimes you get really slow rooms like that, but I've had fast rooms with it. I've had like 230s with it. You fool, you've hit me twice in a row. That's it. You will now proceed to be partial X'd. This one's 3 hits into instant step under, unless a shadow start. Make sure you do diagonal run under. So you watch out for boulders like that. I think I lost a tick right there. I don't think I should have done that one. If we do it right, you won't lose that many ticks. Hopefully none. You're better than it. This one is 2 fang hits. Right before you do the third one, step under. That one was not efficient, right? Because I should have done the diagonal one. Ended up losing a tick. And this one I'm just like manually timing it myself. 1 tick after the hits black goes away, I'll step under. And if you're doing it right, you'll get fast babas without taking much damage. Am I using piety this room? Yes, absolutely. If you're not using piety, you're trolling. Definitely always use the best offensive you can when it comes to melee and ranged. Mage with shadow depends if you actually need the accuracy or not. This augury is only accuracy, but piety and rigor actually give you like % damage bonus in terms of max hits, so they're super good to always have on when you can. There are very few exceptions where that's like not too important. If any exceptions, I don't know if there are. We have lost our coin flip today. Damn, I was out of range. Missed one swarm in the beginning. Probably missed another one later. Yeah, I think I missed 2 swarms in total. Also missed some Chinchampas I could have hit. If I don't miss the swarms, I usually proc at the same time Kephri throws these eggs, it seems like. And I can get a like egg plus mage melee like thing going on for massive dins. Oh, I didn't set the ranger. There you go. Arcane's max hit to the prayer depends on Invocation, but probably 59. Fastest pathing? No, it's not fastest. It's safest spawn is what it uses. Safest path. I think I've unlocked the egg cap. Do I dislike the HD mode? I don't personally like it, yeah. I'm not personally too big of a fan of it. So yeah, for me it's too much. Too overkill. The lighting is I don't like the lighting of it, mostly. I feel like I'm gonna get a headache playing with the lighting on the HD mode. Move too early there. .2 should proc right there. Thrall procced it. Should have waited a tick there. Should I take a cult necklace if you have Dawn Shadow? Oh my lord. Absolutely. Take a cult necklace. Absolutely. A cult necklace is worth 4 ancestral pieces. If you don't take a cult necklace... Oh my lord. That would be a supreme level of troll not to take the occult necklace. Anguish, yes. Anything with percent damage, like occult anguish, those are one of the most valuable switches in the game, and they're cheap, so absolutely take them. I'm getting away with anguish because I have not having an anguish because I have a shadow. Remember that. If you're ranging with like a Bofa, Tbow, that's gonna be your main DPS for like Warden and Zebak. So it's gonna be a lot more valuable for you than me. One of the reasons I don't like ToA is because I feel like I can get away with this stuff, like Shadow and Bang, and I don't feel like I should be able to. Not an efficient setup, but I was too lazy to figure it out. Is Double Trouble a big time waste compared to doing Butterfly regularly? By itself, it's like IMO. Double Trouble by itself is a little bit of a time waste. It's better than... Ugh. In these order. It's better than like Overlords, right? But the thing is, Double Trouble also makes keepback a lot safer, so I would take it just for that too. So by itself, it's like, you know, just a little bit better. But with keepback included, it's definitely good to have. It probably slows you down anywhere from 30 seconds to like a minute, depending on like unluckiness. Maybe even up to a minute and a half. But for like 30 invocation points, it's pretty worth 30 raid level. At 20, you know, it's like, not that much. But if you're taking keepback too, definitely worth. The reason keepback is good is because when you take a Double Trouble, you can't get marked plus have to deal with keepback at the same time. If you take keepback independently, without Double Trouble, you have to deal with it while marked, and that is super AIDS. Should I not using my Bofa here? Bofa is a lot worse than Shadow. Bofa is considerably worse than Shadow. Assuming you have Ancestral and all that stuff. Even without like magic reduction, I'm pretty sure. Bofa is considerably worse. Maybe with defense reduction, it's almost on par. Or about the same, but again, like, that's defense reduction. That would just be like weighing them in, giving one an advantage for no reason. Because I reduced some magic to make a compromise. It's not that much of a time save, it's like 20 something seconds. But with reduction on magic, it's far better than Bofa. Without it, I'm pretty sure it's just... If both of them don't have the reduction, I am like 99% sure Shadow is like probably minimum 20% better. Not really, maybe like 10% better. Why would they think Bofa's better? For sure, Tbow with defense reduction is better. Like, for sure, for sure. But Bofa? Doubt it. Like, when I do duo boosting with my friend JC, he has a ZCB, right? And I will red Karis in a duo, which is extremely inefficient, and I will... If I don't slow my DPS down by downgrading my offensive prayer, I will take MVP from him. That's how much worse Bofa is. So he's using ZCBs, I'm using a red Karis. Neither of us are losing ticks, and I'm still getting MVP. If I don't slow down sometimes. Bofa for sure, it's not. Not even close. Maybe if you have like ARMS or something. Maybe. I don't know. Like, you would have to do the math. I'm no clipping. Admin, he's doing it sideways. Also, let this be a lesson. Always do the DPS calcs and then test it yourself. Never trust. Step 1 is important so that you know if you're being lied to about DPS, weapons and stuff. If it's a close one, if it's a close like comparison, people are saying something's better, it might be for like other reasons like overkill or whatever. And then lastly, the test phase is important. then you need to actually try it yourself. Remake a judgment on weapons and stuff. Yeah, I can put Google Sheets with the DPS calc I'm using right now. There's one, I think right now they might have broken it. But I know Tbow was like bugged for a little bit. It was like not hitting high enough. Yeah, that's bitters. I don't know if it's still broken. When I last used it, the Tbow was calced wrong, but I think it's fine right now. It's updated 3 days ago, so it's probably fine. I was trying to compare Mage Zebak versus Tbow Zebak, but I couldn't get the Tbow to calc correctly, so I had to go to an old copy. I'll mess around with the calculator after this. I'll see if it's still fixed. Let me see if I can do it now. That's about it. I mean, that's not that bad. Yeah. Probably be better for me to do it like that too, because honestly, I'm losing a billion ticks. But I'm stubborn, so I want to try to get the last switches there. Like, have you seen me switch? It's not, it doesn't look pretty. It'd be better for me to do it exactly the way you described. As long as you're nailing the impactful switches, right? Like, it'd be obviously more efficient to get the full 8-way switch, but honestly, every time I do it, I get hit by lightning if I don't want to lose the ticks. Which is skill issue, of course. I did Eladinus Warden. If you're looking for the P2 calcs, by the way, I don't know if the calculator does P2 calcs correctly. Because as far as I know, no one knows the P2 formula. Like, we don't know what the max hit is with Tbow at every single setup. Not even Jagex. Clearly. I literally broke it like 2 weeks ago. I think that's the first time in my life I didn't meme the switches. Let's see, Zebak. 525. Let's say path level 4. I think that's pretty average. Let's do the new. Hello? Never purple. No lightning, so. No warning mistakes at all. Does increasing the inventory directly affect the scaling rooms aside from path invodes? 400 will have more HP. Yeah, it'll be juiced up more. Let's test it out. Tbow. Anguish. Glory. Sorry. Not gonna bring the ring, I don't think so. I don't think it's too realistic for people to bring the new ranged ring. The Tbow still seems to be bugged on this calculator. It's only hitting 65 on Zebak. Be hitting more. Let me see. I don't know why though is hitting 65 on. Oh. Which really sucks because it's hard to do an accurate DPS calculator when Tbow's not hitting like what it should be in the calculator. Is 81 on yours? I made a copy of it and mine says 65 on Zebak. Not sure why. The smelling salt's not calculating? No, that seems... twisted bow, not incorrect. Zvambs, Masori, Anguish, Assembler, Dragon Arrows, Rigor Ranging Pot, sorry, Rigor Smelling Salts. Not hitting correctly. Even changing the magic level isn't affecting the... Oh well. Oh well. We continue raiding. Is there an issue with double trouble that take where you turn to tell you're actually on it? The tick where you turn one. I don't know what you're saying, Laurent. You would rephrase that question. I don't know what you mean. I'm not understanding your question. No, it'll never do that. You might have just been moving already before. Might have been moving as it happened. I'm running 2 tiles per tick, I should never get hit. Not necessarily. If you... I know what you're saying, but not necessarily depending. Like, that's why you should understand, just, it's not always just moving 2. Yes, like 2 is generally considered safe. You would need to show us a clip. Like, did you like move 1 at the end? You've seen the time of the monkey room? Glad to help. What was your mistake with it when you were first doing it? Planet music? Hell yeah. No, it has nothing to do with Baba orientation. It has to do with the boulders falling. If I just do a straight line, like this, like the boulder could have fallen on me right there. I definitely don't want that. There you go. Nothing to do with the orientation. Simply just dodging boulders at the same time. And glad it helped, Socrates. Glad it helped. I'm gonna be running Dragon, Desert Treasure 2 Splosses. Probably on release I'll run them. I don't know if I'll run the awakened versions as soon as I get an orb whenever I get them. I might watch a streamer do them. Someone else braver to do it first. And if I'm lucky and they like plank, then maybe I'll be able to snipe the first one. I missed the switch. I was like, why is my character not moving? I hope Scythe won't be BIS. I kind of hope it does. It's so useless right now. Then again, there's 4 bosses, right? It's not like it's going to be BIS. It probably won't be BIS for all 4 of them. I feel like Scythe's been neglected. Deserves some love. Yeah, this is the best money maker for 2 years. The thing is, yes, it was BIS at the best money maker because that raid was the most recent raid to be released, right? The thing was, Tbow was still good there in multiple places and usable. Most importantly, usable. Like, it's technically usable at... It's usable at Maiden, although it's worse than Scythe right now. And it's usable at Nilo boss. And for noobs, it's good at, like, Verzik web phase, for example, right? The problem with Scythe right now being neglected is purely the fact that it's pretty much useless. It's not second place, it's not third place. It's in the gutter. Which in my opinion is an issue. It shouldn't be straight in the gutter, it should be, you know, maybe not BIS straight up, but... Imagine how the mace feels. Oh, I missed my defender check. Like, in ToA, it should be good at least in like 1 or 2 spots. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. That's visually loud. Yeah, trying to make it look like dirt. The problem with Scythe is that, like, Tbow, the way it's designed in Shadow, BIS at Cox only at Olmhand pretty much. It's a very small place to be BIS. And Tecton when defense reduced. The problem with Scythe is that because of the way it was designed, it's either slightly BIS, very BIS, or completely useless. There's no middle ground at all for it. And it's kind of a shame because, you know, it deserves a little bit more than just being useless. I understand they don't want it to be BIS because it would overtake everything. But making it useless, like, feels like they're just mistreating one of the mega rares. And you shouldn't, when there's like 3 big raids, you don't ever want a raid to feel useless, like dead content. Because then what's the point of designing it, right? And developing it? If it's only going to be BIS at the raid it's good at, then no one's going to want to do the raid, it's that one raid ever. Which is exactly how we end up with the Avernick being expensive. Like, you can have Fang be good and Scythe be good at the same time. So there's nothing wrong with that. I do hope that Scythe is good at least in one spot. I mean, hopefully it's good enough that it's like worth the price tag, like that it is now, and hopefully more. I have Death Charge coming up soon. In my opinion, Scythe should... at least make it like Scythe should be at least like a 700 mil item. I think Avernake should be much cheaper. No, I'm okay with Avernake being like 100 mil, honestly, like 100 mil plus. I think Tbow, for how difficult it is, should be good money. Let's just say, let's just leave it like that, I guess. And I'm just sad that it's not. Not inside of the spec. You can see these radius markers, they're not in sight. Also the walls blocking in this case. I could unlock the egg cap, I think. Oh. I wonder if specking from the other side it hits more eggs. Like from right there. I wonder. Ah, I misstepped. Remember, the last bit of HP a boss has is always the tankiest. I don't want to drink restore for like 5 HP. This overkill. Very noodle. A resource pack. What am I using? Dark Vanilla. And for 1k ToAs and lengthy ToA review on Reddit, what's next? That's the neat part. I have no idea. Get bored of the game, I guess. I mean, Desert Treasure 2 will be out, right? So I'll grind those. There are ways to balance the Scythe, other than just defense floors, though, which is why I am a little bit peeved about how ToA's done. Because, you know, like Akka teleports, the more hit splats you deal to him. I don't see why Scythe couldn't be BIS and then people would do 2 fangs into a Scythe for the ending. For example, on solo. So you can maximize both. Because if you did just Scythe straight up, then he would teleport fast, right? So they've already, like, I feel like they've already thought of the idea of how to balance it, and then they just didn't do it. They just made him super resistant to slash for some reason. That's kind of annoys me. Same for the arcane, right? You don't always want the arcane to teleport as soon as possible. Ideally, you'd like to deal as much damage to him right before he teleports. So, you know, you're not running around the whole room chasing him. And as you know, the second and third hits at the Scythe don't hit very high, so it would be low DPS. I would like Scythe to be at least good at those 2 monsters minimum, because they already have hit splat balancing. I would also like it to be BIS at Zebak, because it's hard for a lot of people to do it simultaneously in a team because he can bite you. Because, you know, if you're not on the same timing, then he'll bite one person and maybe hit someone else who's trying it. They're not on the same cycle. So, like, I wouldn't do anything with the Scythe itself. It would just come down to monster balancing and mechanics to, you know, keep the Scythe in check from being BIS everywhere with defense reductions. Nothing wrong with having a defense floor. You don't want everything to die too fast, right? But for me, I would just lower the slash resistances of Zebak, Akka, and the Mage Arcane, and maybe just leave it like that. Maybe just like that would be fine. I would be happy with those 3 changes alone. Even if Scythe wasn't BIS over, like, Tbow, if it was, like, let's say... Or actually, it should be BIS as Zebak, but not by, like, an absurd amount. Let's say, like, 5%. you know, like 5%. I think that's like a very worth trade-off. You know, you're risking your life getting bit for 5% whole DPS. I think it's worth. That would be what I would do with it. Fang would still be as good as it is now. In fact, you would even encourage the use of the Fang as a slow but accurate weapon. Specifically, you know, you would like hit the arcane with it twice, and then you would Scythe, and then that would be like a maximal DPS cycle. Same for Akka, you know, 2 Fangs, 1 Scythe. And then, you know, of course, like when waves roll around for Zebak, you have to wave skip and hit him. Like, that's kind of difficult. There's acid in the way, you know. Scythe is generally more skilled to use in this raid. I wouldn't mind it being worse than Tbow and Tbow and Shadow for P4, but I think it should at least be like a solid 3rd place instead of like non-existent. Considering you have less room in P4 anyway, when you're melling. That's my take. I feel like it's already like designed to be balanced so that Scythe becomes like higher skill to use, but no. Bang, Zebak. Is there an optimal way to use it? No, just leave it on, don't worry too much about it. Don't worry too much about like maximizing the use of it, you know? If it works, it works. That's the best way to use it. It's somewhat inconsistent. If it works, it works. Like, imagine people were doing 2 Fangs here into a Scythe. That'd be nice. Whereas if they did just Scythe, it would teleport like instantly. Ugh. Am I running ads on stream? I think so. I'm not clicking any ad button right now though. Why is it running ads? It might be automatically doing it, but I'm not like clicking any ad myself. I'm not pressing any button to run it. I am monetized now, so if YouTube is playing them, it might be like a mid-roll ad. I don't remember if I messed with the ad settings. I might have. But I don't know. I have never pressed any button to play an ad, so no. Like on stream at least. Yeah, for more high invis are waste. Yeah, I wouldn't personally. I don't think Blood Fury really isn't like that necessary until even. It's a nice QOL at 400. Feels like a bit of a waste to use it before then. Non-baldient. When it comes to balancing for ToA, I would like, just for raids in general, I would like it for it to be a niche for as many items as there can be, even if the niche is somewhat irrelevant. Like, let's say someone went out of their way to grind Inquisitor Mace, you know, rare item. I would not be opposed to the Inquisitor base being BIS at Obelisk by like 3%, you know, something like obscurely small. It's like, who cares? Like, let them feel rewarded for grinding it out, you know? It won't... What, are you gonna be forced to bring it because it's 3% better than Shadow? Like, no, but... So... I think there should be a niche for as much as we can fit in without affecting like the main gear. It makes sense, I know, right? I wouldn't be opposed to full Inquisitor Blue Karis being better than Fang by, you know, like 5-10%. No one's gonna be asked to bring in 4 pieces of Inquisitor, let's be honest. Or 10% faster, Kephri. It's a bug. Should be weak to crush if you ask me. Especially Blue Karis, which comes from the raid too. Remember when everyone was like, oh, the harm for sure will be useful at next. They'll be weak to fire. For sure, for sure. People were just... They were praying. They're like, please, this is like the rarest item in the game. Please make it useful. No. Absolutely not. They did make a second crush, but they still gave him so much defense that it didn't matter. And most importantly, Kephri. I missed a flick. Kephri has so much flat defense that it didn't end up mattering. I think I'm just gonna drop the ego here. And a sun. If I made one mistake, I'm gonna make another mistake, possibly, right? Not like I need the prayer anyway. So humble, right? The smallest ego right now. You've never seen it. I know, right? It's doomed. Now I have to count 8 orbs. I know, I'm just at the tank to 81 instead. I could do math, but... Oh, I didn't throw. Yeah, I would like Crush to be good here. Like, full Inquisitor Mace could be like 5%, 10% better. With defense reduction. Let's clarify that. And then Inquisitor by itself could be like 2-3% better than Shadow. I wouldn't mind. Shadow would still be BIS for anyone who's not trying to waste like 10 inventory slots. It wouldn't make me kill it any slower. Making it useless of blasting for Helmies. Also true though. But there should be a reason to grind it, even if it's a terrible reason. So, you know, people who are like collection loggers can be like, my account's slowly getting stronger because I grinded this obscure armor that's like useful in like 3 places. Like 10 places. BIS at Kephri. I don't think it's physically possible for Mask to be BIS at Kephri over the Blue Karis. Now that the Blue Karis is already introduced to the game. Blue carry is better than Fang. At lower defenses, yeah. But I meant like if we lowered Kephri's defense slightly, so that mace slash or crush is more viable, and not Fang. Yeah, it drops out at 300s. No matter what invocation you put it at, blue Karis Inquisitor would be better than blue Inquisitor mace for Kephri. Because that's what it's like at Calify Queen. And I would like that to be the niche for it. You know, like blue Karis would be better with Inquisitor than Fang. I mean, another like stealth nerf to like is that the Fang is 5 ticks, so it's like super easy to maintain DPS with Fang, but it's not super easy to maintain DPS with the other weapons. Because they're 4 tick, the bombs. It's kind of weird. If you're a main account, you should try, if you're doing Shadow KQ, which I do, you should try Forgotten Brews with Brews. It's great. You don't have to bank click ever. You do Brews, Metaphite Remedy, and Forgotten Brews. Forgotten Brews are only -1 max hit at KQ. And you still bring the heart so that when you're when you still have it up, you can use it for free instead of using a Forgotten Brew. Say for like 8 kill trips minimum. It's POH, you lose a little bit of time banking or running between. Ascending to auto-equip them? Yeah, you talk to like the Lumbridge trainer or something, and it'll auto-equip arrows and you pick them up instead of going straight to your inventory. I think it's the Lumbridge beginner trainer, range trainer. Did you not have that on? Oopsie. You know, and then yeah, while you're there talk to the mage tutor, so you pick up runes for the pouch. Should have had that 100. Actually, 123 because you start at level 3. Why am I praying mage? Actually. You're hitting 126 on Monday. Nice. It's definitely that prayer grind. I only trained defense with ToA, it's funny. Oh, you're probably long range shadow training, aren't you? I got so much strength XP from Nightmare. If you ever want to think that Jagex knows their own game, remember that they released blowpipe, forgetting that rapid makes ranged weapons rapid. Jagex has literally no idea what they're ever doing when they release weapons. Blowpipe was not supposed to be this good. Honestly, that blows my mind. Have a new weapon broken on release. Yeah, but back in the day, that remember they were old school, so they were careful about balancing back then. The only reason blowpipe was good is because they intended it to have a third less DPS essentially, and then they forgot people could use it on rapid. That was so funny. Imagine if accurate blowpipe was what it was forever. No. So blowpipe was released and intended to be a 3-tick weapon, but then they forgot we had the rapid function on ranged weapons. Yeah, rapid removes a tick. Like yeah, it was pulled to be short bow speed, and they forgot we have rapid in the game, so they made the accurate retick, and then obviously people put on a rapid and they were like, huh, this thing kind of slaps. Where is the money? No, short bow's 3 ticks. How many are we in now? We're 3 raids in. Alright, I think I'm just gonna do one last one, and then we will take a break. Shouldn't have been 2. Well, they meant to release blowpipe as a 4-tick. So they're like, oh, we want the blowpipe to be a short bow, right? So they made it a 3-tick weapon, just like that, right? But they forgot that inherently all ranged weapons can put rapid on and always be a tick faster. That's what I'm saying. So they released it as a 3-tick weapon when blowpipe should have been released as a 4-tick weapon. Oh my god, I'm trolling. My last purple, a light bearer, unfortunately. Was it 1-tick back in the day? No. Blowpipe was never 1-tick other than in leagues. I feel like you're misinterpreting what I was saying. No, blowpipe was never a one tick. I hate statues. Oh my. This thing went right around the statue. It literally drew the Superman S. Look at it. You know that stuff you draw in high school? That was the one. Yes. Any tips to make monkey room easier? Hit the shaman and watch a lot of videos on Buddhism so you don't get mad. Learn to meditate. There is no secret. Hit the shaman and prage. Release all earthly desires. Sceptre more accurate than BGS? At this invocation, yes. Sceptre has about 60% accuracy, but BGS reduces on average more though. Really important to note. For Kephri, yeah, that thing is like 48% or something. Pretty terrible. You fool, you hit me twice, now you'll be partially red X'd. Oh my. Chip. Some chip. We're gonna do the most massive ego Void Waker. And we get away with it. Getting better at the cycle, I think. Yeah, Scepter's more consistent. Like, basically what the Scepter is you're gonna get like 10% flat more accuracy, or you'll hit about a fifth more, but you won't reduce as much. Because BGS on average would reduce hopefully 20, Sceptre will always reduce 12 for Kephri and Baba. Never humbled, yep. They're allowing me to get away with this massive eco, as usual. Yeah, but the Sceptre doesn't always hit either. Scepter's like 60% for Baba Kephri. Gotta be fair to both of them. Like this one has a, you know, like 60% chance of missing right here. But it won't because I'm good at the game. Alright, missed. It's over. I know for sure Voidwaker is better than BGS at Kephri. Sceptre, I kind of have an excuse for it, just because it's one, a little more accurate. Two, because it's somewhat like if you really wanted to sweat it, you can get it like a free hit. I'm pretty sure the way I'm using it right now, Voidwaker would be better, because I'm not really using it as a free hit. There's like a reason for it and everything. I messed up. I messed up swarming a lot. Whatever, we'll just give up on it. Because I don't want to die, obviously. Unfortunate Din's noodle on the Melior. Didn't chin that swarm that was meant to hit the ranger too. So unlucky with the Dins. It's probably not worth on just 2 Overlords, to be honest. Because if I did the math right, it's technically the same, but it lacks consistency compared to Voidwaker. It is definitely worth it when you're hitting swarms too, but In that case, I'm obviously not hitting swarms. Damn. I want to hit that perfect mixture of killing just one to unlock it, but I didn't want to kill all of them and waste so much time chinning them. I shouldn't ever chin that many times, but I keep doing it anyway. Dude, why are all of the eggs on that side? SMH. Oh, so slow, so not worth it. Put the eggs on the other side. I mean, I could get better with my dung placement if I want to hit more eggs without losing too much time. I'm spending way too much time chinning. It's not even efficient like that. Learning experience. I'm more upset about the noodle dins. Because those dins should hit a lot harder than that, statistically, but they don't sometimes. Actually, I don't really care about skipping this one. It's just the lightning one anyway. I messed up. I messed up the transition. How's skipping done? Basically you can like run right there, like on the corners of them, and then when they lift up their spear to the max height, you just run through. So you like click from here to there. I'll take the new mage ring for solos, yeah, for sure. I'll use it at Akka and Zebak and Warden. New mage ring will be BIS? I think so, yeah. I don't actually have math to prove it, but I would suspect so. I would suspect it to be quite a bit better than Lightbearer. For those 3 rooms only, though. Like, you're not gonna mage Baba or whatever, right? But I'll use it for my accursed sceptre specs, too. Would be nice. How close? If I did my math correct, it's between 3 to 4% worse than Tbow DPS, assuming you're using you're using no Masori Helm or Ring. Quiet Purse in the bin. You could actually use Quiet Purse still. Unfortunately, Circle doesn't stack with Accursed Scepter. You can still use Quiet Purse. It has its own place in pre-Pathfinder raids. But it's kind of aids to use in Pathfinder raids because, you know, you don't want to deal with level 4 Zebak with Quiet Purse. That's why people will do Zebak earlier. I should drop the Eagle Heal. Like, you could do like a 5-10 with, basically this rate. If I do minus Pathfinder and do plus quiets, I'd be at 505. The raid would actually be quite a bit faster. And it wouldn't be that much, like, worse. But it is definitely more difficult to do, in my opinion, than it depends, I guess, on preference, right? My prayers makes wardens way more annoying from the chip. Yeah, it comes to purples per hour. I haven't done quiets at 505. Like, some rooms will be faster, some will be slower. I don't know which one would be harder to complete. I'd rather deal with level 4 Zebak. Personally, I don't really find it that bad. And then let's talk about some real statistics. Purples per Baba puzzle, right? $545 QP viable. It is viable. It is viable, but I would have to do Zebak first for sure. I definitely don't want to do Zebak first. You can still make time. The only thing is you would probably have to maybe not do all the skulls for wardens. You would have to do a blasphemous Z-cab, which would make the raid quite a bit slower. Viable, yes. Would I do it? No. Hell no. Is it actually more money? I have no idea. I don't know what the purple rate would be. Oh, so annoying. I DC'd. So whack. Bruh. That's really annoying, man. Well, I think I'm... Yeah, it's always Warner Zebak. It's never, like, early, right? I think I'm gonna call it there, take a break, and then I'll probably come back and raid again. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? I'll see you guys in maybe about 3-4 hours, maybe more. I don't know. I'll definitely stream again later, though. Somewhat annoying. Take care.